You know, this time of the year, the weather can be especially difficult to forecast. I mean, spring is right around the corner, right? But don't let the calendar fool you. I mean, we have seen snow as late as May. And so far this year, some parts of the tri-state have seen as much as 35 inches of snow or more. I mean, take a look at it just piling up here. I mean, it kind of looks like the real thing. And did you know that people who keep track of all the numbers are just up the road? At the National Weather Service, it's out on Long Island. And Elise is there with a look ahead at what this winter still has in store for us. Elise, take it away.
Hey Lonnie, I'm out in Upton, a quiet hamlet in Suffolk County. But behind these doors at the National Weather Service, it can get pretty busy when active weather is approaching. Now that March is here, it begs the question, is that a wrap on winter? A lot of people think when February ends, so does winter, but that simply is not the case. Even with our storm at the end of January, our snow totals are still slightly below seasonal norms for the year, at least so far. But a few of the biggest snowstorms ever recorded in the tri-state area happened in March.
One of the biggest blizzards on record, March of 1888. We had over 200 fatalities in New York City alone, paralyzed the East Coast, and one of the most severe winter storms to ever affect the tri-state area.
Nelson Vaz is the warning coordination meteorologist for the National Weather Service in Upton. He says recent storms prove that March remains an active month.
In 2018, we actually had 4 nor'easters. For some parts of the area, that was a record.
Sleet and freezing rain are also big winter weather threats that can persist well into early spring. Snow is the form of precipitation you get when the air is sufficiently cold from a cloud all the way down to the ground. But sleet is formed if there's a layer of warm air that melts the snow as it's falling. Then it encounters another substantial layer of cold air before hitting the ground, and that melted snow refreezes into little ice pellets. Freezing rain starts out the same way as snow, but in this case, after it passes warmer air and melts, it remains liquid until reaching the ground, where it refreezes and turns into an icy glaze. That can happen on roads, vehicles, trees, and power lines. And even though it may not look dangerous, this light glaze can cause mayhem on the roads. We recently saw hundreds of crashes in Westchester and Bergen counties.
It can be a challenge to forecast because it could just be a difference in temperature by a degree or two. It can be the difference between seeing snow versus sleet and freezing rain.
When storms are likely to produce dangerous amounts of snow, sleet, or freezing rain, the National Weather Service will issue alerts.
Our mission at the National Weather Service is protection of life and property through our watches, warnings, advisories.
And the CBS 2 weather team will take that information and draw your attention to potentially dangerous winter conditions with a first alert weather day.